So these next series of books, I didn't particularly care for them. I'm putting on my nails on my other hand, and I think I might have fucked up on the thumb a little bit, but we'll see. Uh, oh, I get my nails from Marmalade. They're really fun. These are the Tiger Princess nails, I believe they're called. No, Pink Tiger nails. Um, after, uh, man, that only came out last year. After fucking Tiger King came out, there are green nails that they have on their website called Tiger Queen, and I got a set of those. And yeah, um, David Mogul God Hunter is by Suyi Davies. And I'm not going to say the last name only because I've never heard it pronounced and I really don't want to butcher it. But it came out in 2019 and it's supposed to be fairy tale, urban, contemporary fantasy. I feel like I have the same issue with this that I did with that one Korean book. I think it was called Wicked Fox. I don't know very much about like African culture, and I don't know very much about Korean culture. When I say African culture, I don't mean to like I don't think that Africa is all the same culture, but like any African country, I don't really or like tribe. I don't really know very much about African cultures. I'll put an S at the end of that. So I feel like I would enjoy this book a lot more if I did. It's got no map. I feel like all fantasy books that are big like this need a map. Uh, yeah. I don't. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it was taking a while to move. It was kind of the same issue that I had with Gunslinger. It just takes a while to move. Like, sometimes I think I'm being unfair with that, but then I remember that the route started after like 11 pages. He fucking tears a monster's arm off in chapter 2. Like, I feel like I'm not being unfair when I require that my books get started a little bit faster. And like A Song of Ice and Fire, in the first Game of Thrones book, it chopped somebody's head off because he was a deserter from the wall. Like, I don't think I'm being unfair when I say that. So we're gonna keep going now. Um, oh, Boundless. I forgot to make that announcement. So the Queen Alpha series, right? Boundless is the sixth book in the Queen Alpha series. Okay. Altogether, there are 12 books. However, when I was reading Boundless, at the end of that book, it kind of felt like that book could be where I was supposed to end. And now I don't know if I want to read the other ones because, you know, you shouldn't beat a dead horse. And I'm not saying that it's a dead horse because I haven't read the seventh one, so I don't know. But, like, I'm suspicious because sometimes book series go on for too long and then it's just like, why are we doing this? Um, yeah. So, Seraphina, who is Cass's sister, was in the castle and she begged them not to kill Cat's brother, which I thought was slightly odd, but then like they were like Seraphina is in love with Cal and he's being controlled by the wizard. And then the wizard reveals himself to be a punk ass bitch because he basically orchestrated the downfall of their kingdom because he felt trapped in the castle because he was the only wizard allowed in their lands because magic was being outlawed. We never found out why magic was outlawed, but it was. And what I thought was odd about that is the fact that you send Cat. Let me make sure that's her actual name. Hold on. Just Cat. Is her name Cat? Where the fuck? Yeah, Cat, Katrina. You send Cat on this whole ass adventure, and she ends up in a place where she can find out that she herself has magic. So why are you trying to kill her when in theory she could be the greatest queen that you ever had? And why would you orchestrate her brother getting control of what are essentially hellhounds if you just plan to kill him? I don't understand what Alwyn, the wizard, I don't understand what Alwyn's endgame here was. Because it just kind of feels like he didn't really have one. Also, why is Seraphina there? Like, what the hell was that? I don't know. Um, I just skipped over like the entire book to tell you the end of it, but like that's really all I like remember. Yeah, Alwyn ends up being killed. So, yeah. And Alwyn also had an amulet that Katrina puts on, and it tells her a prophecy about 5 kingdoms by blood and marriage. And I think that's because Kat has a kingdom, and then her boyfriend, fucking, I do not remember what his name is. Yeah, I don't remember what his name is. But he also has a kingdom. And then, oh, also Rose was a traitor. That werewolf bitch that Kat's boyfriend was like weird with because he was also a wolf shifter. She was a traitor. Yeah, Rose gets killed. Uh, Aiden has a kingdom. Aiden is a vampire, and then Cass is an elf, so they have a kingdom. And Tanya is some thing. I don't remember what she is. I think originally she's a dwarf, but she's like a shapeshifter, so I don't remember. Um, but yeah, I don't understand what Alwyn's endgame was. One of these books is titled Betrayal, and I don't really want to read that one because I've already been through so much with these characters and shit. Like, yeah. Um, I suppose that there are questions about this first half of the series that I still have. There's also I know everything ends up working out for Kat and Dylan. Dylan is the name of her boyfriend. I know everything ends up working out for them because the Omega series, there's another one about their kid. So everything ends up working out, but I don't know. I got 4 more minutes to do. I like this book, but meh. I don't know if I'm gonna read the next one. It's not part of the next set of books, so. Uh, Firstborn. That was a book that I didn't end up liking. Um, what the hell is this? I'm reading the description that I wrote, and I don't know what. I didn't end up being particularly interested. I don't remember what that series is about. Also, I eliminated a lot of books from the last series. Uh, if you remember fucking the Modern Fae series, where the first book was Tiz and the second one was Valiant, the last one is called Ironside. I did not like Ironside. I didn't read it. Then there was a next book called Darkwood. Uh, it's supposed to be also be LGBTQ literature, which I didn't get at all. I think it's supposed to be a version of Hansel and Gretel. Um, Hansel and Gretel are like witches or whatever, or magic users, and someone from the capital was like, "No magic." So he like goes to their town because someone there is using magic. Also, Gretel's not supposed to like be able to not play with, but like make machines and all of that. So her brother has to take credit for it so that they don't think that she's a witch or whatever. Although everybody in the town knows that it's her. Um, so a witch hunter dude comes to town and is like, "Hey, where's the witch?" So Gretel runs off to the forest, the Darkwood, and the guy doesn't follow her because the Darkwood is dangerous. But Gretel's in there and everything's fine. Um, like there are characters from fairy tales in there. Like Snow White is in there, except instead of being a princess, she's like a knight or whatever, I guess. Uh, don't know where the dwarves are. Um, Jack is in there. Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk and Jack the Giant Killer. I found out that all of those Jacks from those fairy tales are essentially the same person. So there's just this one motherfucker named Jack just running around ruining shit. Um, Yeah. Gretel decides that she's going to start helping the Darkwood out, I guess, because the knights from the capital are encroaching on the Darkwood, which they're not supposed to be able to do, but whatever, I suppose. Um, Jack is also the reason the first magic purge happened, apparently, when he did the thing with the giant. No. Yeah, the thing with the giant and stole something. I haven't read Jack and the Beanstalk in a very long time. I do not remember what that story is about. Um, so, yeah. This book felt very saccharine to me. Like, you know how you watch a Disney movie and you know that the enemy will win for a second, but then the hero does and they keep cutting back to it? It's like that. It's very saccharine. It's very like, oh, we don't know what we're going to do and we're going to lose, but no, in the last second we're going to come out on top, which isn't a bad thing. Like that, it's a fine movie formula. I love Disney movies, but if you're going to be saccharine like that, you gotta make me cry, like Up does. Pixar knows how to make you cry. Um, yeah. I still like I can't seem to pinpoint any specific type of fantasy that I like because in my head I'm always like, but what if it had dragons? But then there's like other fantasy that I like the Paper Magician series. There's no dragons in that, but I love that series. It's so much fun. Um, I'm just gonna throw this last one in here because I didn't like it. What's the next book after this one? Oh, I like the next one. So I'm just gonna throw this last one in here so I don't have to talk about it. Necessary Evil and the Greater Good by Adam Ingalls from 2014, and I picked it up because it sounds like Good Omens, because it's satire, fantasy, and contemporary fantasy and comedy. And, yeah, Mephistopheles, I think? Mephistopheles and Leviticus are friends. One's a demon, one's an angel. I bet you'll never guess which one's which. Progress to the end of the world is slow. Hell, heaven and hell have become bureaucratic, and Mistaf wants to get kicked out of the afterlife with enough money to wait for the end of the world, and Leviticus is listening. So some shit ends up happening, and I don't remember what it is because I got bored. Um, Leviticus is like, in case you don't know who he is, he's like the third Old Testament book or the third Torah book, depending on what your religion is, which one you ascribe to. And if you don't ascribe to either of them, there you go. Um, I don't know. I got bored. There was a dog there that was an angel as well, and one of the humans wasn't human. She was a Nephilim. If you don't know what a Nephilim is when an angel sleeps with a human. Um, Although, according to that dumbass Devil May Cry game, a Nephilim is also when an angel sleeps with a demon. I don't actually know what the direct definition of a Nephilim is. I'm pretty sure it's when an angel sleeps with a human, because that game is stupid. I should probably close my nail glue, before it, like, completely dries out. Hang on, because it's hard to do this without fingers. Anyway, like, I wasn't enjoying it, but I don't hate it. That's the thing with a lot of these books. Like, when people, like, with the exception of a few series, when people, like, flat out just, like, hate books and, like, authors, I don't understand it. Because, like, some authors have such a wide repertoire. Like Stephen King. People who don't like Stephen King confuse me. Because, at least in my opinion, it and The Shining are nothing alike. And neither are they like the Dark Tower series. How do you just hate an author? Like his writing, not the person. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah. Like, I think when it comes to comedy, I think slice of life is what makes me laugh. Like, I've noticed, like, that pattern in a lot of the comedians that I like John Mulaney and Gabriel Iglesias. Their humor isn't really, like, jokes. It's just things that have happened to them. Um, yeah. I'm not bored with it, but I certainly didn't like it. So, yeah. How hard is it going to be to stop my camera with this nail on?